Beer here back in the Fantasy Bar Monday on tap. 7 games on the schedule. We got some of my favorite plays ready for you here on FanDuel and DraftKings, including a value play that is way too cheap in a good spot. One team that I'm looking to stack that is not the Atlanta Braves, a starting pitcher that is on a Cy Young level tear right now. And of course, my favorite play of the night in a nice home run spot. Who we talking about? Belly up to the Fantasy Bar and find out. Welcome in, guys. Monday edition Beers Daily Fantasy Six-Pack. Hope everybody out there had a great weekend. 4th of July on deck. But first, we have the Monday night slate on tap. Got 6 of my favorite plays ready for you here on FanDuel and DraftKings. Thank you, as always, for stopping by and hanging out in the Fantasy Bar. Before we get into the plays, guys know the drill by now. First thing, thumbs up button helps us out tremendously. That is the tip jar here. Free video for you. So hit that thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel as well, and check out scoresandodds.com/beer. All right, lay of the land for the slate. 7 games on the docket. Weather, a couple spots we'll have to keep an eye on. Atlanta, the easy stack tonight, so we're going to avoid that. Could have filled the whole 6-pack with Atlanta Braves. We'll give you some ideas outside of Atlanta here for tonight's slate. A reminder, our intro play can be found on our RotoGrinders YouTube page. On our shorts video, we'll give you that play there. The rest of the plays here in the main video. All right, let's get into it here. Let's start in the outfield with Byron Buxton of Minnesota. Now, generally don't put a ton of weight in some of these splits, but this one was a little eye-popping. 14 home runs on the season for Byron Buxton. 11 of those home runs coming at home for him here this season, so clearly comfortable hitting at home. Also expecting some regression in the positive direction against left-handed pitching. Last season, ISO was way up at 340. This season, still solid at 217. But I'm expecting some bigger performances here against left-handed pitching. I think that could start as soon as tonight. Good matchup here against Cox. We don't have a lot to go off of here, but we do know loves to throw that fastball. Bad news against Byron Buxton. Both WOBA and ISO over 400 against the fastball, going all the way back to last season here. So at home against the lefty, going to see a good amount of fastballs. Sign me up for Byron Buxton tonight against Mr. Cox. All right, let's stay with the Twins. Let's get a little stack going with shortstop Carlos Correa. So Minnesota, certainly one of those teams I'm going to like stacking up tonight to get off of the Atlanta Braves here. And Correa, a guy whether you stack or not, should see pretty low ownership here. Been pretty bad of late for Carlos Correa. Not a lot of big games, but like Byron Buxton, numbers are down a little bit, and I'm expecting a jump here as well. 400 WOBA last season, ISO almost 250 against left-handed pitching. So as a team, I think we're going to see some positive regression here. But another guy that hits fastballs well, and he does it even better than Byron Buxton. We're talking a 502 WOBA, 380 the ISO form here. So good fastball matchup. Twins, very stackable here tonight against Kansas City. All right, promised you a value play I'm liking. Let's go to the outfield with Jack Suwinski of Pittsburgh. We're getting some nice prices here, and I think it's based on the fact that Clayton Kershaw was expected to be the starter here tonight. Looks like he will be scratched with the injury. It looks like the Dodgers going to turn to Mitchell Grove. So let's take advantage. Nice buy low, under 3K on FanDuel. Just a tad over 3K here on DraftKings. Been money against righties this season. WOBA approaching 400. ISO way up at 327. Grove mainly throws fastball, slider. Over 80% of the time, those are his 2 pitches. Suwinski, very good against both those pitches, especially in the power department. And Grove, been a mess against left-handed hitters. 470. WOBA allowed 233 ISO, and a ton of hard contact, as you'd expect, up at almost 53%. Great matchup here for Jack Suwinski. Can't beat these prices for a heart-of-the-order hitter in a great matchup with a guy that's been destroyed by left-handed hitters. All right, let's get you our favorite starting pitcher. Guy is on an absolute tear right now. We're talking Blake Snell of San Diego. Now, we'll keep an eye on the ownership. Anytime Blake Snell is going to be overly chalky, you get a little bit nervous here, but the way this guy has been pitching, hard to ignore him. Just the last 4 starts alone, 45 strikeouts for Blake Snell. That's now 6 straight starts where he's eclipsed 23 DraftKings points. 4 of those 6 starts have gone for 30 or more DraftKings points here. And you look at this Angels lineup, yes, you obviously worry about Ohtani and Trout, but all in all, we see 7 of the projected starters with a strikeout rate 20% or higher against left-handed pitching. Strikeout rate for Snell over 30% against both righties and lefties. So the way this guy's been pitching, the pricing here probably too cheap on DraftKings, so you'll see some additional ownership there. FanDuel, I think you're going to see people go to different routes with that price being way up at 10.9. So depending on your site, may see different ownership projections on Blake Snell, but I love him in this spot. Don't mind the ownership here. We can find ways to get different here, and people are stacking Atlanta. Maybe they can't find a way to get up to Blake Snell. A lot of good reasons to choose this pass, but mainly the strikeouts, the matchup here tonight for Blake Snell. All right, it's time. Take a look at my favorite play for Monday night. Before we do that, let's continue our Beast of the Night contest. Very easy to play. Click that thumbs up button, then head to the comment section and guess fantasy points on DraftKings tonight for my highest scoring hitter. Closest guess, gonna win themselves a free week of RotoGrinders Premium. All right, let's wrap this baby up with my favorite play for Monday night. You know, Matt's the Beast of the Night. All right, Beast time. We're going to stay there with San Diego. We like Snell. We like the bats behind him, specifically outfielder Juan Soto, my favorite play on the board in tonight's Beast of the Night. So Soto starting to get it going a little bit here. 7 hits, 5 RBI for him over just the last 4 games alone. Easily leads this team in both WOBA and ISO. Does this every single season. WOBA up over 430, ISO up over 270. Correa mainly going to lean on 2 pitches like a lot of the guys we've talked about here tonight. Fastball, slider, not good against Juan Soto. ISOs of 340 and 250 against those 2 pitches. Correa also giving up 40% hard contact rate here to left-handed hitters. Soto swinging a good bat in a good spot here tonight. Easily my favorite play on the board and tonight's Beast of the Night. All right, guys, that wraps up here for Monday night with our 6 favorite plays on the board. If you have any comments, questions, or concerns, hit me up in that comment section right below the video. Don't forget, fantasy points for my highest scoring hitter on DraftKings for your shot at some free RotoGrinders Premium. Can follow me over on Twitter at Beermakersfan. And don't forget, thumbs up button, subscribe, and check out scoresandodds.com/beer. For RotoGrinders.com, I am Beer saying salut, guys. Best of luck on the slate tonight. Happy 4th of July. Not sure yet if we'll have a video tomorrow. We'll see what happens. We'll be back either tomorrow or Wednesday with more from the Fantasy Bar. Thank you again for watching. Best of luck on the slate, and we'll see you.
Hey, thanks for checking out our videos. If you want more expert advice on DraftKings, FanDuel, or any other daily fantasy sports, make sure you check out the current videos playlist